trying to talk me out of all this.
Believe me, I know better.
What would you say is the biggest difference between the last time fans saw these characters and when they see them again in Picard, other than, I blew up?
Right,
15 pounds.
I don't appear to be dead anymore. That's sort of the biggest difference.
Were you surprised at what the writers and producers came up with?
To be honest, it's the fans that speculate about what's happened to the characters. Once we wrapped, done. Yeah.
And it's been a number of years, so, been speculating about other things.
I'm surprised she's not under the grass, my character, or your character especially. I mean, at least we didn't all have to come on with our walkers,
I would love to know, how did you find your new voices? Jonathan, you gave some great advice.
Yeah,
you've already heard this. Yeah, I was terrified. Because when the first script came out, that was the one thing that hung me up the most, was the voice. I could not hear Seven's voice anywhere in this. And I was really starting to panic. He had already finished shooting his first episode, so he had already gone through all this himself. And so he was perfect resource for me.
I said, have a couple of drinks, you'll be fine.
He came over and I made lunch and we read through the scenes for a couple hours. And he finally, after like 2 hours, just said, okay, how about this? Try this. And he threw out this very simple thing. And I said, okay, well, how about if it's a conscious choice on her part? She makes a decision to sound and be as human as possible because, story points that we can't tell you.
Story points, yeah.
Story points.
And that was just like a light switch going off. That's what I needed to make it make sense for me as an actor.
It was tricky because, the last time you saw me, you were much more human the last time they saw you. In my earlier incarnation, I relied a lot on my costume to give me that. Mm-hmm. So I just went really deep inside and tried to find who I was today and how that translated to that. But being on set and being there the first day with all the homework I had done, it just clicked.
The ethos remains the same. I mean, Picard is still Picard, without a doubt, but actually with doubts, I would say. Picard with doubts, and kind of struggling with mortality and struggling with things we don't really get to see that much on television generally. We don't get to see people dealing with age over this long term a story, and that's really exciting. So it's just kind of this revisiting a darker picture. There's still elements of Utopia, but Utopia's no place.
Your first day back filming Star Trek Picard, your first day filming your first scene, what kind of memories or feelings surfaced from the first time you played these characters on The Next Generation?
Bloody hell, I have to suck my stomach in again all day.
I gotta wear this stuff again. Can't they CGI the makeup? Why do I have to do this?
So I just said a second ago, I'm a huge Trekkie. I also love all of the extra stuff involved in the franchise, the novels, the comic books. So question to you, did you guys look at any of those pieces of work, something like Star Trek Countdown, which I loved, as sort of like a springboard for what the story could be in Picard?
Well, we did, because Kirsten Beyer, who has written many of the novels and has been our queen of all of those things, actually oversees all of them, is one of the co-creators of Picard. So having her voice involved, I mean, I think it all started with an idea maybe the two of you had for doing a short, but...
Yeah, well, but I mean, even with Countdown, Mike Johnson, who did the Nero Countdown before we launched the 2009 movie, is now the person who wrote the Picard Countdown. So he's been in the family for a long time, and there's real continuity there, which is awesome. And I think we look at it all as a great opportunity to build in the continuity of these particular timelines. There's really no form that we can't expand the story in.
Hugh and Seven have had such huge impacts on Star Trek fans. They're very important characters to so many people. What is the one thing that you're most excited for those fans to see in Star Trek Picard?
Oh, wow.
That's a really
Do you know
good
what?
question.
Never had that question.
Really?
That's very impressive. Let's think. She's not in a cat suit. That's pretty cool.
I'm excited for them to see my reunion with Picard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those pictures just came out.
It's going to be
that
so
picture, and I've been waiting for that to come out because I've been dying to post something about that day because it was pretty epic for me. And I'm really excited about that particular episode in which we meet up.
That reunion. Well, yeah, you guys can't say anything.
It's going to be
beautiful.
very emotional.
It's beautiful.